Good morning again, my lovely students of 11A and 11B. Yesterday, I have sent you a reading activity and fill in the blanks vocabulary activity by video. I really trust you, shall I? But I want to repeat with you the reading part on page 91 because today you are going to make a writing activity on that paper. Let's read again the leaflet on page 91. Do you know what a leaflet is? Look at this word, leaflet. A leaflet is informative text. A guidebook can be a leaflet. A new advertisement about a kebabçı can be a leaflet. It's something, a piece of paper where informations are given. Let's read our leaflet. Right now, as you remember, our topic for this unit is environment. I'm gonna read the text for you. Please follow with me. How we change a planet. The Uppsala Glacier in Argentina used to be one of the biggest glaciers in South America. In 1928, it was covered in ice and snow, but now the glacier is melting at an annual rate of 200 meters, so the area is covered in water. This is evidence of global warming. Do you remember about the glaciers? Do you remember about glaciers melting? We have talked about them many times. This is a normal glacier. This is the glacier melting. This is 1928. This is now. Pictures of a glacier in Argentina. In the last 100 years, the global temperature has gone up by around 1.7 degrees Celsius. This may not sound much, but such a small increase is causing sea levels to rise and threatening the habitat of many species of plants and animals. The sea levels are rising, guys. An increase of 2 degrees Celsius in global temperatures, the temperature around the world, could result in extinction for 30% of the world's land species. Just 2 degrees and 30 kind of animals are gone. Bye bye. The Noah's Passage is a sea route. Do you remember the word route? Which runs along the northern coast of Canada between Atlantic Pacific Oceans. In the past, it was often difficult to use as the waters were frozen. In that part of Canada, the passage was frozen. However, increasing temperatures and subsequent deglaciation have made it easier to travel down this route. That route couldn't be passed in the past. It was frozen. Now it's easy. The major issue is that this will lead to loss of habitat for polar bears and other species that live in this area. Love the polar bears. I can't believe. Sea levels in the UK, so it's close to our home, have increased by around 10 centimeters in the last 100 years. Oh, that's big. Try to look at your finger, the thumb finger, and the pinky. Those are 10 centimeters. That's a lot. Consequently, areas which were land a few hundred years ago are now submerged. What was land is now sea. As a result of the changing climate, the world's ecosystems are also changing faster than ever before. Over one third 1/3 of the world's mangrove forest. Do you remember the mangrove? I've seen a picture yesterday with you. And around 20% of the world's coral reef, the one in Egypt, colorful and full of fish, have been destroyed in the last few decades. Forests are being cut down to provide land for food. Approximately a quarter of land on Earth is now used agriculturally. The whole world, 1/4 lands are used for agriculture and growing food. As a result of the higher temperatures and higher levels of carbon dioxide, CO2, in the atmosphere, plants are producing more pollen, which could lead to more cases of asthma. Do you know the pollen? Achoo! That's the pollen that makes allergy. And asthma, it's kind of illness. You can't breathe well with asthma. I think you call it asthma. So what is causing climate change? The main cause of climate change is the huge amount of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse is something closed. Do you call it Sera? Such as methane and carbon dioxide. Okay, 11A, you are science group. You can understand this. 11B, we forgot about this. As the population increases, more land is needed to provide food and more energy is needed. Burning fossil fuels for heating, lighting, transport, electricity produce CO2. When you open your combi, when you open your lights, when you get on cars, when you leave all your lights on, you are using CO2. Be careful, guys. Furthermore, humans breathe out CO2 and trees breathe in CO2 and produce oxygen. By cutting down trees, we are increasing the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. We're not behaving well, guys. As a result of these activities, CO2 levels are now at their highest for 800,000 years. Geçmiş olsun. The biggest challenge we all face is to prevent further environment disaster. We must do something before it is too late. We need to reduce, make it lower, the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. We need to stop burning fossil fuels. Stop open combi, okay? And start using renewable energy. 11A, can you tell me what kind of renewable energy you know? I know wind energy. They are calling here renewable fuels like solar energy, hydroelectric energy, or wind power. Ben bildim. To be able to stop using fossil fuels completely. Now sign the petition to get governments take action before it is too late. This is a petition leaflet. 11B. Islam. I'm sure you know what the petition is. Shall we go further? Now, what are the main features you understood from the text? I understand that sea levels are rising. Glaciers are melting. CO2 is increasing. Greenhouse gases are increasing. I would like now you to answer the following questions. I will show you the questions quickly now, but please write your answers on a Word file, doc format, to be sent at elvira.ticara89@gmail.com. Let's read the question together. First one. In which country is the Uppsala Glacier? It's written in the text. Number 2. What is the name of the new sea route through the Arctic ice? There is a route and it was frozen, but now you can use it. What is the name? Number 3. Many forests are being cut down all over the world. What is the land needed for? 1/4 land are used for what? What medical problems could more pollen production lead to? And asthma. Can you write it in English? Number 5. What is the term, the meaning, the word for the main chemicals responsible for climate change? Chemicals responsible. It's something about chemistry. 11A. Number 6. What do humans do that reduce, make it lower amount of oxygen in the atmosphere? We have oxygen. Our trees produce oxygen, but humans are decreasing. How? Answer. Number 7. What should government start using to reduce the CO2 amount? What should government do? Check it at the end of the text. Let's pass now to exercise 6. First question, your ideas. This is your idea. Number 1. Are there any advantages to the new Northwest Passage? The passage which was frozen. What are advantages? Number 2. Are there any disadvantages to using renewable energy like solar energy or wind power? The sun energy and the wind energy. Yenilebilir. Is it right? Energy. Do they have disadvantage? Number 3. Why don't governments, corporations, and individuals do more to help prevent global warming? Is there any complot? Give me your idea. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you will follow my lessons with the same happiness I'm using for creating it. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day, you all.